This is Caravan Salon in Dusseldorf. Today is the 26th of August 2017 and this vehicle was revealed to the world yesterday on the 25th of August. This is the hall which has been occupied by Hymer, and you can see some of the vehicles around here, and I shall be filming some of them. Of course, I've done a great deal of Hymer films in the past. Hymer's probably the #1 company which I have filmed, so I'll try and do some more though, but obviously it's not just Hymer here. But I do want to show this vehicle as the B708 SL, which came out yesterday, and as you can see it's on a moving dais, and so let's hope that I don't get too sick when I walk on top of it. Now, walking around now. Fortunately, I don't actually suffer from motion sickness, so we should be alright. Let's have a look at some of the details up here. Well, the first bit of the bad news is 123,679. That is quite a lot of cash, isn't it? So, what you're getting for your money? Well, we'll go in and have a look at that once we've had a look at the dimensions. It's 779 centimeters long, 235 centimeters wide, 296 high. It's a standing height inside of 198. The vehicle itself weighs in its current state, it's 3,390, so that gives 1,110 payload. It's on a 4.5 ton basis. See the large garage at the back. Here it comes in two colours. There's the grey silver colour, which you can see here, and there's a white model as well. Right, let's come to the back. So we've got a big garage, which I haven't shown you yet, and I'm not going to show you because I suspect it's going to be locked, because I bet they've kept some stuff in it. I don't know that, but I'm just guessing. So you've got hanging space at either side of the bed. Down here on the steps up to the bed, we have a bit of underfloor storage as well. And the bed, as you can see, we've got one of these things. It'll go up and down. Now, at the press conference yesterday, Hymer said that the B-Class, it's the most popular range of motorhomes ever. And I don't know if they were referring to Europe or if they're referring to the world. It is a classic motorhome group. You can think of the B-Class going back to 1981, and they've done tens of thousands of models have actually been made. Now we have down there a shower, which is very large, as you can see here. Door goes across to the toilet in there, and guess what, a bit more underfloor storage. Well, yes, but that's for your water. I suppose you could put a few things in there as well. I've known people put towels in there with the water. I'm not so certain that's such a good idea or not. If you ever need to actually access the tanks, you can. Don't know what you want to access a black tank for, but if you need to access the white, sometimes there are circumstances when you can't actually use the filler outside. It does actually happen. Anyway, and also set of drawers under the bed, which is very useful. Now, it's easy enough to get up on this side. From this side here though, you're going to have to be a little bit more athletic. Now, bearing in mind that the average age is 63, and for example in Norway the average now, it's in 70. So as you get older, of course, things are a little bit more difficult. A bed like this is particularly good as you can sort of access it from both sides, so you don't have to bother your partner when you get up to use the toilet, which unfortunately does tend to happen as you get older. I've noticed in my case, it depends what I've eaten. If I've eaten watermelon, I tend to be up in the toilet all night. For other things, well, I can usually manage without having to get up too often, but I know I'm lucky from talking to friends of mine of the same age. Now we've got another bed over the sleeping area, and as you can see, it is quite a thick bed. It's oh, that must be what I would say about 25, maybe even 30 centimeters there. No, maybe not 30, but certainly 25. And again, it's electronically controlled. Let's come down here and sit in my favourite seat, which is a passenger seat. You know, it's also my favourite seat when the car's moving. Unless I have to drive it for whatever reason, I like to sit down here. I like someone else to drive. I know that that's also an unusual thing to happen. My partner before last, neither of us wanted to drive. Normally, I know people sort of argue about who drives, but neither she nor I wanted to drive. Now, look at all the amount of underfloor storage down there. Shows us a good double floor. A double floor means it's going to be good for all weather use. In this case here, they have hidden the electronics, and I think that's a good position to put the electronics as well. Often you find them in the garage with many models, not just Hymer, I should say. Yeah, say the word in English. Also, for example, Cartago and other makes as well. Niesman Bishop also put it in the garage. That's a good place to put it, I suppose. It gets it out of the way, but whilst being in the central part of the motorhome. Now, I admit I can't give you too many details of this, but what I would encourage you to do is to have a look at my site, motorhomefulltime.com. I'll try and put a link to this model of this vehicle on there, so you can actually go there should you need more information. One thing, of course, I can tell you, it's on a Fiat Ducato basis, and this has a semi-automatic gearbox. It looks outstanding in my opinion. Of course, there's no accounting for taste, so it depends. And I am rather fond of Hymers anyway. I want to show you another thing here, which is the blinds. And that is certainly an updated version of the blinds. Now, normally we've got this sort of, it's like a cardboardish, like fabric, or so. I don't know if fabric's the right word, but this thing here, you can see it is in fact a proper fabric. It's a quality close, and that'll close at the other end. Well, it was by magnetism, but in this case, yes, there's a magnet. I can feel it in there, and so that's how the blinds work. Somebody asked me to show the blinds more often, but the blinds, as a general rule, work in exactly the same way. And you've got blinds down there as well. Now, in this case, they're manual, but you can get vehicles where the blinds are actually electronically operated. Another thing I will point out is there's actually a door on the driver's side, as you'd expect, but there isn't a door on the passenger side. Personally, I don't think it's necessary. You might think otherwise, but I really tend to think this door is the only one you really need. Personally, I think you can possibly even get the driver's side door, but I do appreciate there could be very good safety reasons for keeping one there. Before leaving, I'll also show you the kitchen, which, the fittings are really wonderful. The sink, okay, it's more or less standard, but it's a standard thing on a more luxury motorhome, shall we say. You'll see similar sinks in other vehicles. We've got 3 gas burners there from Dometic. We have a little bit of prep space here, but you don't really need it. I think I do my prep up there at the table anyway. And you've got the kitchen top matches the table, and you've got a little bit of space here for the stuff. In this case, they've left some basil out, and some washing up, I presume, from. That's the best place for your washing up anyway. So, new vehicle for 2018 from Hymer. I don't know how long you'd have to wait to get one of these, but I suspect if you ordered it today, just after finishing watching this film, you possibly would have to wait a number of months before one would become available, so I'm sure it'll be quite popular. So, coming out again, and final look at the vehicle. And as I say, please do see my site because there'll be more information on it there.